Alright, hello everybody. This is Wolf, and we're here to do some alpha clone exploration today. Now, I'm going to apologize now. I am feeling a little off, under the weather, so I will do my best to keep my coughing and such under control, but I cannot make promises. Now, I realized that yesterday, or last stream, I unfortunately forgot to close out my intro screen. So I'll make sure to correct that this time. All right. So, now that we are in the game, as you can see, and as you can still see here, we're still on the alpha clone. As soon as it pops up, there we go. So yes, still on the alpha clone. It's been a little while since I've been on. I apologize, but unfortunately, physical exhaustion does eventually take its toll. And then add to that, as I noted in the video description, that I am a little sick. It's just been a little rough, a little busy, but I am glad to be back. So let's get to it. Okay. So here we are on my Imicus. The big thing about this Imicus is it's very much alpha clone based. As you can see, nothing really heavy duty on here. All tier 1 stuff. I mean, I think the only thing I have is specifically an advanced thing is I'm running a less powered, a micro warp drive that takes less power. So that's a thing. Alright, well, today, like I said, we're going to go ahead and do some alpha clone exploration. So let's get to it, shall we? Let's see, we are currently en loose. Now, the biggest downfall to what I'm doing here today is I'm still in high sec, which means a lot of people have probably already scanned the living bejeebus out of where I am. So let's see if there's anything. Nothing even here. Alright. So we gotta give ourselves a little bit of distance to bring our probes back. It was a waste of a probe. A probe shot, anyway. So let's see. Where are we? Let's go to Raynell's. Or Raynell's, whatever. Renai. There we go. And we'll start out there today. Why? Because the higher the lower the security, the more likely people up to the low. You think that means I should start out in null sec, but I'm flying an Imicus. I think I'd last about 5 minutes in null sec, unless I got lucky and managed to get somewhere where no one else was. So let's get to it. This one will probably be one of my shorter streams, strictly because of this. So.
Warp drive active.
And one signature. I bet you it's a wormhole. I bet you it's a wormhole. So let's hit it. So it means we're probably going to go wormholing. Interesting, it's not that far from where I am, so it's not like even warping out would be worthwhile. Yep, wormhole. Now, for anybody who starts doing this on a more regular basis to really start working on this stuff, especially once you get past the alpha clones and into the omega stuff, there are websites that will help you keep track of where you've been and what you found while you're there. I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head, but there is a website that I am currently registered to where I actually record all my wormhole information and all my scanner information, so that way I can keep track of what I find. It comes in handy, especially if you're one of the guys in your group tasked with finding wormhole chains. Alright, now this is an exit wormhole. You can tell because all K162, all of the K162 wormholes are exit holes. So let's see what we got. Okay, so this is a reduced danger, a wormhole space. So we are going to enter the wormhole. That little box there is a warning to say, hey, dummy, you're about to do something that we can't save you from. So this is where we break out the scanners. Alright. Nothing. Alright, now we have an average frontier ore deposit, which is, well, mining. But we're not here for mining. We are here for exploration. So the first thing we do, like we said before, find your exit hole. The hole that you just warped in on is the one you want to find first. Because if you don't, someone happens to jump in, well, you're not going to get really far. Okay. Should be close enough to give me the wormhole. There it is. So we're going to remove these. This would be a lot easier if I had a cloaking ship. Alright, so here's our exit wormhole. This is where we currently are. So we're going to save this location. And we're going to call it... J171424 exit. And that way we'll know which wormhole that is. Now that we got that done, when you're running an alpha clone that can't cloak, typically you want to warp away from the wormhole, but you know, we're already at 314 kilometers away from the wormhole. It'll be a little bit more difficult for people to jump on us, so that's what they want to do. So let's zoom out a little bit here and get to tracking. See if we can find anything worth doing tonight. There we go. Now, there are some guys who do this. I mean, they're flying Asteros and they're flying really good ships for this. And their content's a little more entertaining, but I have fun. That's really all I think anybody can ask for. Have fun, be a goof off. I'm good at that part. Well, at least not. At least. Oh. Why not just create a personal bookmark? Well, that's what I did. But I usually scan it out first, so that way I'm. Well, actually, you know what? I see what you're saying. Instead of taking all that time to pull it in tight, I could just easily turn around and bookmark the hole directly, which is probably the smarter thing to do. Good point. Thank you. I didn't even think about that for some reason. Oh, come on. Yeah. I usually do that as well. In this particular case, I'm actually looking for relic and data sites because that's just what I feel like doing today. And this is not my normal account. This is my my alpha clone I made specifically for showing people the beginning of the game. Yay, another wormhole. Yeah, my main account I also have the blueprint for, because for this, because it gets expensive quick. Yeah, they really are actually, and that's a lot of the stuff for the Alpha Clone ship is really cheap to build. So, I mean, if that's what you really want to go for, then just make sure to have a decently tanked Venture to be ready for whatever throws at you, and hope that our ever loving code doesn't figure out where you are. Sheesh, more wormholes today. I had this problem last time I was playing too. It's just wormhole after wormhole. That is true. Ah, man. I remember my first run-in with code with a code wannabe. It wasn't even the actual code people. He was like, "Oh yeah, you have to follow this and you have to pay us," and I'm sitting here like, "Yeah, that's not going to happen." So I wound up actually building ventures based on the idea of taking maximum impact. Ay, ay, ay. Nothing but wormholes. I'm almost willing to bet it's another wormhole. Well, yeah, code doesn't step foot in nullsec. I'm too afraid to actually have to actually follow through on that whole supposedly elite PvP. Man, why did I go to 32? Definitely went the wrong way on that one. There it goes. Yeah, I was doing that the other day. I have let's see, what am I currently typically using? I'm either using a Myrmidon or a Vexor, depending on which ship happens to be closest. There it goes. Here's another wormhole. Let's see what we got here. I haven't found any of the implants, but I have gotten a pretty significant number of blueprints. Relic site. Might actually have something worth scanning here. No, my luck though, it'll be a oh, what the heck am I thinking of? A perimeter site. Ruined Angel Cartel. That'll be reasonably safe. Yeah, they didn't want to overload the auction house with people selling off the marketplace with people selling off those drones. You know, scan this down real quick so I can go back. I keep telling myself one of these rounds I'm going to actually break up my Helios and do this on my main account. I'm a little bit nervous about doing that because once I put my main account out there, you know, if somebody wants to find me, I'm not too hard to find. And my charging stand appears to have gone MIA. Oh well. Yeah, that's what I've been doing. I've been watching people fly in and out and in and out and in and out, and I'm sitting here like, yeah, I'm just going to sit here and I'm going to salvage all these wrecks, and by the time I'm done, the next one will be available. What's been bugging me, though, if I'm being real, is I actually lost a few ships to some people who decided they were going to go steal the loot out from under my work, and I got stupid, and instead of just letting it go, I made the mistake of retaliating. That cost me one of my Vexers, and then in my irritation I said, you know what, screw this, I'm going to do some exploration. And then I got overconfident and wait a second. Got overconfident and lost a pair of Helioses, so I'm down to one of my normal exploration ships left. I got to remake the cost of that up before I can really build more. Another charging dock is right here. Oh well. I'll find it later. Yeah, I actually had to let one of my corp mates know that running around like a chicken with his head cut off is counterproductive. Like he was like, "Oh yeah, there's nothing in this site. Oh, there's nothing in this system. Oh, there's nothing in this system." I'm like, "Dude, just sit there for a minute. There'll be one." It's really bugging me that I don't know where that is. Haven't had that happen in a while. Let's throw that net a little wider. Ah, that's why. All right. There's a really weird echo on that one. I mean, what was it? Another nice chip shot data site. Easy pickings. I don't think I've addressed the way to read the levels. The level doesn't just indicate the difficulty of scanning it; it's also the difficulty of breaking into the cans and sometimes whether or not it's protected by enemies. So we're gonna warp to this one. So there's a Raytaru in here. But no uncloaked ships. That is true. The name does let you know if it's protected. I was more referring to people who might not be might not have played the game yet, because, like I said, this is primarily to show new people what can happen in the game. All right, let's get back in. Come on. Now you can scan it. Oh yes, ghost sites. That's not a terrible haul. Oh, that's right, this is a relic site, not a data site. Oh, jeez, come on. There we go. Hey, welcome back, Iridescence. I've been a little absent recently because there's a lot of work going on and not quite 100%, but I figured I actually wanted to come on. I actually just started, and this is the first site I've actually hit up today. Let's see if there's anything worthwhile. Of course. Well, thank you. Like I said, my big thing is having fun. I hop on here to have fun for myself, and if other people enjoy it, hey, works for me. Oh, come on. Oh, I'm losing that one. Sometime in the near future, I'll break out my Omega clone and do this with my more geared ships. Well, thank you. I wish more people had that kind of attitude, honestly. As in, you know, have fun and let other people have fun with you. Alright, that one came through. That was a crappy can. Oh well. I mean, I can't exactly expect top of the line stuff here. This is only a level 1 site. There's a pair of level 3s I'll be going to once I'm done here. Now let's see what's in this can. Alright, I'll go for that. That is true. Typically when they're all about the money, they're like, oh no, this is going to be terrible. This is horrible content. And I'm sitting here like, yeah, I lost my ship and it was funny. Although I gotta be honest, I was flying around the other day and I lost a couple ships and I was really unhappy about it. I mean, I'll be completely real about it. I lost about 300 million worth in ships. And I'm sorry, almost 400 million in ships, and that hurt a lot. I won't even sugarcoat that or pretend it was anything more or less than what it was. I was really, really down about that for a little while. Let's see if there's anything in that can. Not the best of loot, but not the worst. But yeah, I was running the rogue drone sites, and some guy stole my loot. True. But yeah, so, someone stole my loot without thinking about it. I was in a Vexor that had no repair units whatsoever, and he was in a oh, what's that? The battleship related to the Sunesis, and he just looked at me and blinked, and that was it for my boat. Yes, the Praxis. Thank you. It tells you how often I run into those, huh? Of course. Let's clear you. Let's see what's in that hole. I'll take that. Yeah. But it was a valuable life lesson. That life lesson was, don't be a dummy. I got a lot of people trying to push me to go with Astero on my Omega clone, and I'm like, I just got my Helios, and I love that thing. I love making fun of my little kickstands. Eventually, one day, I'll pick up an Astero to make my exploration days a little easier, but of course. Until then, you know. Ow. I'm perfectly content to make do with my Helios. Oh, jeez. Really bad setup in here today. Take that. It's not there. It's right there. Well, the advantage of using the Astero is you get the 37.5% boost to your scanning strength, so it makes the scans that much easier. I mean, I have a Sunesis that I kitted out specifically for tracking down tier 2 sites. I'm sorry, tier 5 sites, and if it wasn't for that additional huge boost, I never would have gotten into my first superior sleeper cache. And that was pretty cool, actually. That was a lot of fun.
Warp drive active.
Alright. We're gonna steal from the Garistas now. Yay! Ow. They not for combat, and they don't get that kind of a boost. They get a boost to the virus stuff. Let me, since it's relatively quiet around here, we'll pull it up. Yeah, you get the +10 to the virus scan, and up to 50% boost on the combat. Oh, okay. I guess you're right. I guess that means I need to bump that up. Now the Astero, on the other hand... Wait, why am I in Mordu? Or Sisters of Eve? There we go. The Astero... It starts off with 37.5% bonus. So until you get your covert ops bumped up to 5, bumped up to 4, I mean, this is better. And then on top of that, this here, the +10 bonus versus the +5 bonus over here. Oh, I guess it is a +10 bonus. Huh. Never mind, I don't need an Astero. I'm going to stay on my Helios. Stay on my Helios and happily bump up to that area, to that level 4, so that way I don't have to worry about it. Yeah. Yeah. So we're in a data site now. Data. Alright, now these are level 3 sites, so this is gonna be a bit more of a headache. Oh, come on. That was terrible. The luck of that randomness is terrible for me. Oh, okay. That's probably a copy, though. Yeah, it's a copy. But... could be worth a few shekels. Well, there's one. Yay, got a blueprint. Woohoo. So have you seen the new advertisement video for Eve? The one where there's like This is actual recordings from actual real gameplay stuff. I watched that, and I'm sitting here like, that is awesome. Why does it say there's nothing in there? There's got to be something in there. You know what? I'm going to crack it anyway. I actually did say, I actually did say that at one point. It was like, yay, the millionth blueprint. Let's see what's actually in this puppy. There is actually nothing in it. Yeah, I keep getting that particular advertisement on YouTube. I've been having a hard time finding it ever since. I'm sorry, not YouTube, Facebook. So, let me see if I can't find it. Online. Yes. Let's see. Oh, don't tell me somebody already went through this site and wiped it. Let's see, our bewitched portraits. There we are. Oh, come on. Yeah, for some reason they don't have the advertisement video I was looking for on here. Like, they have it as an advertisement, but they don't have the actual video itself, which really sucks because it was really, really good. And I actually wanted to share it with people, but you know, there's always something. Alright, at least this one's got something in it. Now watch, I'm gonna blow this one up. Aha! Got it. And one more to hammer out. Yes, and I actually might have convinced one of my friends to give it a shot. I got a good friend who's about to go down for a couple weeks with heavy duty knee surgery, and I'm like, dude, you gotta take a look at this game. It's a lot of fun. And he was like, really? I'll take a look at it. And crap. He's like, yeah, I'll take a look at it. But he's also talking about re-upping his World of Warcraft sub, and I'm sitting here like, well, that's cool, dude. You know, if you want to play WoW, we can play WoW together too. What the hell? I hate those damn things. Oh well. Exactly. All right. That was a no luck scenario. So let's take a look at this Angel Crystal Quarry. Interesting. I've actually never done one of those before, so this will be fun. It's probably the same as every other one. It just, you know, has more crystals in the air. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 boxes. Very nice. Let's see what we got. A lot of broken parts. Looks like I'll be making a trip to the marketplace when I'm done here. All right, I'll take it. Nah. Come on, give me your health. Ah, that'll work. Alright, 1 down, 6 to go. What is with these empty cans? I'm starting to think someone was here and decided to take their pick. And the least they could have done was at least, you know, blown them up or something. At the same time, I guess it does make sense to leave empty cans that you don't want to open, that you don't want to clear up, so that way little nublets like myself gets hung up, get hung up working on those instead of the ones you're trying to work on. Yeah, someone definitely came through and pulled the stuff that they wanted out of these. That's okay. I'll empty them out for the next person. Or I'll just utterly fail. So I figured. come on. There we go. Not the cleanest hack, but it worked. A lot of the stuff I can easily get just by running the drone swarms, unfortunately. But I really don't feel like running drone swarms right now. I kind of felt like goofing off with exploration stuff. I love getting trapped behind that first firewall. This is a fail. Oh. No way. Ha Take that, Mr. Firewall. Wait, where are we going? No, 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 no. Come back. Get that. Empty that one first. Ooh. There's another Imicus scanning us down. Let's see what's in these cans. Circuit. Okay. Let's drop this down a little bit. Yeah, I think he's actually scanning down this one right now. You know what, if he gets to one of those other cans, I'm not going to make a big fight over it. I mean, not exactly been my best stop. Not exactly been my best stops ever, so. There's that one. All gone. So we're doing this one. Got it. kind of glad I managed to pull that one out of my butt. All right. And now, it's all gone. So when that Imicus goes to come in here, there won't be anything here for him to grab. Alright. So now we're gonna... we're going that one.
Warp drive active.
Oh, I got greened. Oh, I think I found that Imicus. The sad part is that means he's probably just finished clearing this one out. Alright, let's... Oh! Oh, man! I'm actually not that far from home. Oh my god! I found a wormhole that... I found a wormhole chain that literally drops you. It drops one stop from the chain. That is ridiculous. Oh. That was humorous. It really, really was. Yes, I know. All right. All right. There we go. We'll take a look at this smaller field here to see if there's anything worth digging up. Alright, I got a snake-shaped asteroid. Ooh, some gneiss. That gneiss itself is enough of a reason to come back. Oh no, you're good. Welcome back. I just stumbled into a relatively nice little mining hidey hole. I'm I'm thinking I am going to grab one of my mining ships. Let's see here. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Never mind. I are dumb sometimes. Oh man. It just clicked what I did. Yeah, it can be. It's also a lot more dangerous because the pirates that come after you are much, much, much bigger. Oh, 477 and this. Let's see here. Further out in the wormhole space. Yeah, the pirates are a lot stronger, but they have a lot more of the bigger. You're more likely to run into the bigger, more expensive ore out there. So, all right. Whoa. That's not scary at all. I'm not in a cloaking ship. Alright, now that's saved. A lot of combat sites. I mean, I can't fly either of those ships in this particular character. And if anyone's paying attention, they already know I'm here. Makes me a little nervous to drop drones. I'm sorry, drop probes. But who knows, maybe I'll find something interesting. Excuse me. Okay, there's a wormhole we are now. Let's see how many people we freak out here. If anyone's paying attention, I'm gonna have a lot more than just my stuff popping up here soon. Alright, that sucks. This is actually a relatively tight and compact solar system, with the exception of one set of star systems. Or one set of planets and moons. Alright, so we're going to focus on this one. See, I got to be really careful right now because oh, I have done that. I completely 1000% sympathize. That's part of the reason why I'm very specific about making sure that what I'm make sure where I'm coming from and where I'm going to are easily figured. Whoops. Right now I'm just watching. Ah, Jesus, Stero. If he feels like being a total jerk, I'm screwed. Okay, I either warped out or went right back into the wormhole. Oh no, he actually is one of the guys that lives here. Oh jeez, they know I'm here. They know I'm here now. No question about that. Alright, let's warp off. Let's 5 planets, 5. See, I've already bookmarked the wormhole, so I'm safe to fly away for now. It's just a matter of not panicking. And of course, there's an Athenor over here. Alright, there's another wormhole. So that wormhole is as good as scanned in. Yeah, exploration in the Imicus is probably one of the most dangerous ways to explore. but it can be a lot of fun because pretty much if anybody decides to come hit you, especially if you're primarily configured for maximum warp speed, if someone's tracking you down and they decide to warp in on you and just pop you once, you're pretty much done. Anything bigger than a destroyer is going to wipe you out in an alpha blast. More gas. Almost forgot to keep actively pinging to make sure I don't have anyone coming after me. I mean, that wasn't the target, but I mean, I'll scan it down anyway. Yes, I've watched him too, actually. That's actually one of the guys I was referring to earlier about people who are a heck of a lot more entertaining in their streams or, you know, better content. Me, I'm just a goofy looking noob sitting here goofing off and having fun. And I watch some of these guys, like, I watched Wingspan. It's one of my favorite ones to watch. I haven't seen her streams, but I have seen their shared YouTube vids. And I'm being tracked, so I think my happy patootie is just going to get out of here.
Warp drive active. Drive active.
Well, and that was actually the whole idea behind me streaming this in the first place. I wanted to be able to. Whoa! Where's he going? No. Just go there. Why are you being difficult? But yeah, my objective was to show people the game and maybe explain things that confused me when I first started playing. And that was the whole idea. To me, the game is fun, but there can be some really confusing things. And if you don't have someone to help you out, you kind of can get lost easy in this game. I mean, it's really easy to find yourself stuck. Alright, well, that was an entertaining paranoia jump. But to be fair, those were combat probes. They were looking for me. Let's see what I got here. It's already there. This is where I am. So, all right, we'll go ahead and do one more.
Active.
One more wormhole. And if I get chased out of that one, this sickly, goofy-looking weird guy is going to call it an evening. All right. Yeah, I really do enjoy the exploration side of this. It's quite honestly one of my favorite parts of the game. More wormhole space. So let's enter the wormhole. Alrighty. Oh, there's that same guy from earlier. Ha! We're going to politely go the other direction. The only thing I'm not so thrilled about when doing this kind of stuff is, oh, looks like he's warping out, is how many people, yeah, he left. Aww. How many people are paranoid? Like, I'm here in the same ship he is, doing the same thing he's doing. Honestly, that is a part of it, I think. Oh, he's Lusky. Alright, let me get my translator out here. Copy. Just a little bit. I usually take the time, like I've actually picked up a translator just so that way I can converse with the guys who are here from other countries. And it's led to some pretty interesting conversations, actually. switch this up to Russian. Alright, those are my scanners. Honestly, it's better than being grumpy. Yeah, that's one of the interesting things about EVE Online. Okay. I just pissed in. Really? Okay. Oh. Alright, let's get back to the scanning. Yo, you'll run into some really nice people. Right. There are a lot of nice people, but you're still going to run into the more trolly types. It's just, you know, the nature of it's the nature of the beast. But the Pearl Abyss, I actually haven't looked into it too much yet. Yeah, I really haven't paid that much attention to the upcoming stuff, mostly because a lot of times the upcoming stuff isn't super relevant for alpha clones, and people who are not outside of what do they call that? I want to say Federation space, but this ain't Star Trek. Alright, let's see what he's got to say. I think he thinks I'm trying to set up. Thank you, Empire. I think he thinks I'm trying to set him up for something, and I'm like, no, not at all. I'm just doing exploration. I get the concern there. I get, you know, not wanting to get your stuff blown up. I mean, I understand entirely. That one I'm not so sure about. Kokosto? I may have to do a more manual translation on that one. Oh. Come on. Going too fast for me, pal. System spit. Actually, that's the other Imicus guy. I'm using a translator to try to understand what he's trying to say. Romanian, Russian. Translate this to Rusky. well without probes I found in the system. Oh! I don't speak any Russian either, but fortunately it appears Cortana does. At least some. Oh. Yes, that is a legitimate and genuine concern. As part of the reason why I sometimes double and triple check the translations, especially if I'm not sure or what I'm saying could be misunderstood. Because the last thing I want to do is accidentally say something, you know, like bad. Because, I mean, even on accident, I feel bad like that because that's not who I am. You get me good and mad, and I'll cuss like a sailor because I was one. But, you know, in general, I'd rather just, you know, chat and have fun. But, you know, I don't think I've run into a single site in here. No, not a single site. I'm almost out of stuff to check, so I might be done for the night. Let's bump that up a little bit. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about it. But you know what? I've come to notice that a lot of people, when confronted by a person who's, just trying to be sociable in this game, they don't know how to react because they're so used to everyone trying to kill them that someone simply saying, "Hey, how are you today?" throws them off. All right. Yeah, it's just, I've always found it interesting how some of the people in the game, like, if you're just talking, like, just, "Hey, how are you? What you up to today?" They're like, "I don't know what to do. This person is approaching me as if I'm a person." And I don't mean that in any disrespect to anybody. Well, and in Eve, it's actually a pretty fair position to take, um, to be overly protective of yourself. I completely understand. I really do. Um, because there are so many conniving people in the game. Let's see. Sadly, you don't see the stuff I'm actually typing up because, ooh, I'm not going to be able to get that one. Man, I was thinking to myself, ooh, I got myself something, and then I realized that's not going to be something I'm going to be going for because, no. Alright. One more to go. Let's see what we got here. Believe it or not, I'm actually staying in. I'm just flying with my micro warp drive on, which makes it kind of hard for people to warp directly on me unless they're using combat probes. Now, if I was in my Helios, I would simply just be, you know, cloaked up. Because once you're cloaked, unless you get stupid and get too close to somebody, if you get stupid and get too close to somebody, you're losing your ship. Yeah, yeah. Like I know a lot of people. They do the whole warping around the star system thing. I'm more, you know, just put yourself in a place where it's really, really hard to warp to, and you should be reasonably safe. So, okay. Well, unfortunately, nothing really worth going for. I'm gonna warp within 100 so we can see what's out here. But I gotta be honest, I'm gonna be set up to warp right back. Ah, nuts. I forgot to save the location. Oh boy. This just got interesting. Yeah, we're not sticking around here.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, we're getting out of there right fast. The only downside is I'm not sure which wormhole I was at, so now we gotta figure out where I was. I don't think that's it. Alright, let's see if this is it. Actually, you know what? Show... Oh no. Well, I am effectively lost. Oh, no. Oh, I thought I saved it. I thought I saved the wormhole. Oh no. Oh, this is not good. Okay, so let's try PBA 45.
Warp drive active.
Well, there's an Astro House, so that might be it. Then again, it could also be one of these two down here. That's the only Astro House. Wait. Is that an Astro House? Nope, that's the Rogue Swarm Nest. Oh, wait. I think this might be it. I think this might be it. Nope. I mean, realistically, I could, but my plan was to go to bed. Oh, man, this is painful. Oh, no, I completely forgot to save it. Alright. That's my wormhole.
Warp drive active.
Oh, I am lost. It sucks. Oh, man. Let's see if this is it. This might be it. We'll see. I don't think that's it. Nope, that's not it. Crap. Oh, man. Come on, go through it already. I'm trying to go home. The only positive note to this right now is it's not exactly like I'm sitting on a ton of stuff, but it still kind of sucks.
Warp drive active.
I just realized I should probably be marking these to say, "This is not your exit," so that way I can make this a little bit easier. Oh, man. Okay. Okay. Yes, okay. Save location. Not exit. Alright.
Warp drive active.
Can that be it? I don't know. We'll find out. Alright. Q003. Oh, man. Yeah, this is not the exit either. This is not where I parked my car. At least I'm by myself in there. Okay, so this one is not the exit. Alright.
Drive active.
Alright, B274. High security. Oh, this might be beneficial. Let's go. Enter wormhole. Yeah. Alright, let's see where I land. Dantan. I am 22 jumps away from home. Oh, jeez. Let's see here. And it's all reasonably safe space. So now I have to make a decision. Do I cut my losses and just deal with flying back home tomorrow? Or do I go back into wormhole space to go back home? That's going to take about 20 to 30 minutes to maybe longer to warp back to where I was. You know what? It was lucky, but now we're going to go back. But I will mark this one as a potential safe place if I can't find save location, safe exit, not home. All right. Marked. See, that one's marked.
Drive active.
It'd be nice if I could just flag these ones right here and know for sure, okay, this is not where I need to be. I don't think this is the right one either, but we'll go ahead and we will enter just to be sure. Yeah, worst case scenario, I'll just go back out the low sec exit, or the high sec exit, and I'll fly back tomorrow. Because, I mean, one thing I won't do is I will not... Nope, that's not it. I will not autopilot home. I've done it safely before, but like I said, I know code tends to be around. They don't. Then when they can tell you're autopiloting, they don't like you. Alright, so save this location as not exit. We're gonna get home by way of process of elimination. There's only 2 wormholes left. And if neither of these take me to a place I've been before, then I just go out the safe exit. Alrighty, let's see what we got here. Enter the wormhole. Yeah, which, you know, like I get, but at the same time, to dedicate your entire game style to taking down people. Oh, oh, I found it! Yay, I found it! All right, I can go home.
Active.
That was fun. That was awesome. I got lost and then I got unlost. Yes. Next time I'll make sure to leave the breadcrumbs. Oh man. Oh man. Now we are back home. Oh man.
Autopilot engaged. Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active.
I dislike the fact that their entire basis seems to be centered around their gameplay should impact. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Or the rich players who decide that paying 10 million is just worth it. But they, you know, like, sure, I get sitting here saying, okay, I'm going to target the people who don't really play. You know, the AFKers. You know, the people who the people who mine away from their computers. And like, if they were to simply stick with the whole idea of mining or dealing with people who you could clearly tell were not at their computer. Honestly, I don't think most people would. If their primary purpose was to get rid of the people who aren't actually playing the game by taking them out, I'd totally be like, all right, cool, I'm down with that. But like, I was literally at my computer, I was testing different mining rig variations versus armor and stuff like that to see what was my best combination of parts versus mining output. And like, it was like I was going to an asteroid. I literally had a stopwatch like in my hand, and I'm watching it, and I was like, okay, 5 minutes, what happens? So that way I could get a really good idea of how it worked. I'm 3 minutes in, all of a sudden this person warps in. I'm thinking to myself, okay, this is high sec, they're probably just miners. 30 seconds later, my ship is blown up. I'm like, I only had a minute and a half left. I was about to go away. It really is a scam. It's the definition of a scam. It really is. So, you know, you pick your poison with that one. You really, really do. Excuse me. Alright, let's take a look and see what I actually made out of this one tonight. Stack them all. So according to this, my take-home, if I were to sell, would be roughly 95 million. That's not bad. bad. So, for one little goof-off session, for a little bit longer than I was expecting to, by about an hour, I made almost 100 million today. Now, if we take a look at my total is count, I really don't have all that much. So, 100 million is a pretty nice little kickback here. And I recognize a lot of that's probably in these data cores, but hey, I did it. So, let's see here. Excuse me. Yeah, considering I only paid about, I want to pay like 50,000, 500,000 for this ship. Yeah, I mean, that's 20 times the cost of the ship. and I really, and it wasn't even hard work. It was just me goofing off. So, all right. Package. With that, though, I do think it's about time for me to hit the rack. It's been a wonderful day. I'd say this is rather productive. So, I tend to play around this time, between 10 and 12 Eastern on a regular basis. So if you see me online, feel free to look me up, because there's a strong likelihood that you'll see me here goofing off, playing the game, and just have fun. This is the Lone Wolf, signing off. Fly safe, take care.